Greetings, YouTubers. This is Eastwood Punk 77. Thought I'd talk a little bit about a wonderful toy line from the 80s that I really dig. Captain Power and the Soldier of the Future. Mattel put it out. It was back in about 87. This was but the Blastpak 1200 here was a late release in the toy line. It was basically European only. Third series. It's tricky to find. Let me tell you that. Very difficult. I picked this up about 5-6 years ago on eBay for $65. It's seen upwards of around $200 now for this. Plenty of people have talked about Captain Power, the first and second series, but not many people on YouTube have talked about the third series. The European release stuff, the hard to come by stuff that, pretty fascinating. And some of them were. The prototypes plans that Mattel had were really cool. Some of them made it to limited release prototypes that didn't get boxed and sold in limited markets. TV show, which I really dig a lot, had the sky bikes that the soldiers would use, Captain Power's crew. And they were awesome. And then, Mattel did release those, but they were at the third series. And God, recently I was looking at a box, sky bikes, carrier and set, and that's like $400. So, people over in, I think they're in Italy, there's like back stock of it over in Italy, and a lot of sellers sell it from there, it seems like. It's not cheap. Shipping, $400 for it, so it's kind of sad that Mattel never really kind of went through with more, because, the kid that watched the show really wanted the sky bikes for Captain Power's crew to run around on. Then they never released them, and they finally did. You're looking at like, wow, $400. So I did find this, so this is a good price. My collection in Captain Power really hasn't grown that much lately, so I've had this for a while. Figured this might be a good time to think about unboxing it carefully, so like the box will still look great. But it'd be nice to add something new to my collection. It's kind of what I'm looking at. Because I haven't really added much to it, so this will kind of be cool. It's always kind of fun to check out the light gun gimmicks on a 32-year-old toy, basically. This might have been 88, I think, was late, maybe early, but whatever. It's old. The electronics seem to hold up. A fellow toy collector sold me a Power Jet XT7 about 5 years ago, and the guns and everything work great on that. Light sensors, everything, so hopefully this will just work just as great. It was that era of the 80s where everything was light gun. I can think of as a Captain Power, Brave Star. LJN was doing it with Thundercats. I think LJN was also doing it with like Bionic 6. So there's a couple companies, the company that put out Laser Tag, Worlds of Wonder. So it's like this light gun gimmick was everywhere. I was 10 when it came out in 87, so I was right in the thick of all of that. So I was like, yep, everything was laser guns. Captain Power was no exception. This toy show was in syndication. I remember coming on like 6 in the morning on Saturdays. I had to get up super early to watch it. And when I did watch it, I had like the throne, the power energizer. I was like, oh, it's so cool to get me to, watch it and everything and interact with the TV. Funny thing, it was like 6 a.m. My dad worked the late shift. He wasn't too happy with hearing the lasers and the things going off in the house. So yeah, that was kind of tricky. Interactive was fun. It also pissed off the family. Woke everybody up. So, thank God for VHSs. I was able to record those later on and basically watch them at a decent hour. So yeah, I've had fond memories of Captain Power. It was high budget, I'll tell you that. It basically, they did like 24 episodes. They're all released on DVD. But it just didn't have the money. It was so expensive of a show, and the ratings and the toys just did not sell well enough. And it was one of those shows that the adults pretty much thought it was, cheesy and kid-like, and it was almost too adult for the kids to watch. Parents didn't agree with it, so it definitely had that, and I was that in-between market, I think they were hoping for, that, 9 to 13-year-old demographic, I guess. The older boys, the older girls, So, yeah, that was Captain Power. Oh, like I mentioned, this is the first time. If I haven't mentioned, this is the first time I'm doing a YouTube review. I've been, inspired by. There's a lot of toy people out there doing stuff. Retro Blasting's been doing great stuff, preserving historical reviews of great toys, and analog toys out of Australia. Tony is doing amazing stuff. Toy Polloy, all these guys. There's a lot of good guys out there, women, doing great reviews. So he's like, I felt inspired that it's kind of time that I did one. And why not start off with my favorite toy line? And it'll be Captain Power. Yeah, eventually I'd like to get into Aliens Kenner. I'm really into that toy line. NECA Terminator, NECA Aliens. I've been working on an Aliens NECA battles display for about, 6-7 years now. It's just progressively growing over the years, piece by piece. So I'll probably chat about that. Yeah, I might look into a few vintage Transformers, just a few ideas of basically just talking about retro toys and the nostalgic memories that we pretty much all had having something, then or, finally when we're getting older. I'm early 40s. It's kind of nice to be able to kind of pick up those few of those items that you wanted and just, Santa Claus never brung to you. But it's nice to talk about the stuff that you wanted and you can acquire it as you get older. So, anyways, it's been good chatting. This is Eastwood Punk 77, and I will be continuing to work on this channel and start posting. Like to maybe get something bi-weekly to start off, and then if things work out, possibly a weekly toy review. And maybe touching on a few comics or retro NES has always been kind of a passion as well. Maybe even a few punk rock reviews of different vinyl I have in my collection as well. Punk ska bands, talk about a little bit of that on side of reviews of toys. Anyways, it's been real, and I will keep in touch, guys. Later.